Boom. Bless up and big up yourself, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen all over the world. I am here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yes, sir. I see I have company already. Thank you very much. Thank you, Russia. Thank you, Khan, Shaunery, and Joe. Big up and bless up yourself. Well, I'm gonna take some time with this, man, because you know this podcasting thing just to start it off. Oh, excuse me. You know, I didn't introduce myself. I am Troy Graham, host of the Troy Graham Experience, the greatest living boxing podcaster ever. Take that to the bank. Tell all your friends it is I. All right, now. That being said, let's get this thing started nice and proper. I wanted to discuss Ike Ibeabuchi for no other reason that there's absolutely nothing going on in the heavyweight division. And I remember this man was a just a B shot, just a B12 shot. He was amazing to see. At the time when he was around, you could expect exciting fights. You could expect just raw talent. And he stepped in there with Tua, David Tua, at the time when David Tua's punch could could knock a man's soul out his body. Okay? Tua had that hook. He only threw a right hand to make you forget about the hook. And when he landed that hook, ooh, ooh, my Lord, oh my Lord, 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 Lord. That's how hard Tua hit. Got me singing slave songs from Glory with that one tear coming down my eye like Denzel. hmm Right, right, right. That's how hard David Tua did business. What's up, Major Key? I see you in the building, right? And then he fought Chris Bird. And at the time, Chris was slicker than oil. He was slicker than oil. He could he could talk the coal out of winter. Chris was so slick, he could outslick the coal out of winter. That's how slick Chris was back in the day. This is Chris Bird. Okay? Yes, sir. And oh boy, let me tell you something. It was a good fight. It was even at first with him and Ike. And then Ike landed an uppercut, and Chris Bird was night night, sweet prince. And then after that, come to find out that he turned down two fights. He turned down a fight with Jeremy Williams, who he would have knocked him into cruiserweight, right? Because Jeremy Williams was never that good, and he really wasn't a heavyweight. He was just a beefed up cruiserweight, or in this time and era, a bridgerweight. And he turned down a fight with undefeated Mike Grant, who at that time I believe was long. He was taller than him, obviously, and longer, but he was somewhat robotic. And Ike would have, I think Ike would have got inside of Mike Grant and just blew him up. You know what I'm saying? Now the link is in the chat. If anybody wants to jump on, feel free to do that. As y'all can see, our brother sitting in his backyard. I'm kind of one with nature. If it starts to rain out, I'll just step into this door here, right? Right here. This y'all can't see the damn door, but all right. I'll step into the door and we'll just continue on the inside, right? But just imagine those two fights. That was 1.7 million right there. He turned down 107,000 for Jeremy and 1 million for Michael Grant. He turned that down. You know what I'm saying? I never, but but you're asking yourself, if this Ike Ibeabuchi was this good and he brought the goods like that, Troy, what happened to him? And that's why we are here today. That is why we are here today to talk about what could have been, what could have really been with Ike Ibeabuchi. So what happened with Ike was a great natural talent. He had the build, He was 6'2", 225, 30 pounds, I believe. He was Nigerian. He had that strength, and when you seen him, when you looked at him as a man, you knew he was a man of power. You know, power. But he moved very gracefully in that damn ring because in order to keep up with Chris Bird, you couldn't be a stiff wall. You had to be able to move, right? Fell from grace. Oh, he did a whole lot more to fall from grace, Khan Shana. We're definitely gonna get into that. So what happened with Ike is that he suffered from bipolar. He had some mental issues, and he was somewhat of a sexual deviant. You know, all of his arrests were the same. They all had something to do with young ladies that he hired or this or something without me getting all into the situation, right? There was one young lady that he hired supposedly just to dance for him. And then he must have wanted some extra freaky snakehead, a happy ending. And she was not happy with the ending. So, he got a little rough. And then the police were called and he barricaded himself in the closet. And they had to basically gas him out of the closet, you know? Then there was another incident where he kidnapped his girlfriend's son, 15-year-old son, and he was going to commit suicide. And that child, I believe, will never walk the same again or never walk again, something similar to that. You know, he suffered from these bouts with this bipolar, right? And it got to the point where it was so bad that he developed a persona called the president, that he really saw himself as the president, not of America or of a certain country, but of the whole world. And he felt like he was above everything. So you had to feed that feed that side of him to get him to fight. Like he wouldn't sign contracts unless they stated you are fighting the president. Understand me? So now we're gonna go back into the realm of this man and his skill. Ike Ike was what we call the prototype heavyweight back in the day. He was a bigger version of Evander Holyfield, 6'2". If you watch the Black Panther movies and you watch the brothers that come down from the mountain, right? He's shaped like one of them, just naturally big and buff. He's not a bodybuilder type. He's bulky, but he's cut enough for you to say, okay, this man is not to be played with, right? And then in that ring, his feet are not stuck in sand. He could move, he could punch, and he could box, and he is just energy on top of energy because him and David Tua put on a show for 12 stinking rounds, just boom, 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 just two damn rhinos going back and forth with each other, boom, 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 boom. It was rhythmic. It was power on top of power, and in the end, he beat David Tua at his game, standing still and just throwing a massive amount of power punches. And you could see each time they hit one another, you could see their muscles roll, just waves of muscles just roll back on their bodies and all that, right? Like, see how exciting I sound about that? In this era right here, imagine if we have had an Ike Ibeabuchi on the horizon. This is the only era that I could think of where there is no heavyweight division in the United States of America. There is none. Imagine if I came from Nigeria and he got his citizenship, which he was working on before all his deviantness, right? Imagine if he would have got that and became an American citizen and then kept straight, took care of his mental issues, and went on to be champion. America would still be on the map for the heavyweight champion. Not just any heavyweight champion, but one who was strong, big, and had a hell of a chin. Because, like I said, he beat the slickster, he beat the puncher, and honestly, if he would have took on Jeremy Williams and Ike and Michael Grant, that would have solidified him in his era as the man, as a contender to watch out for. But unfortunately, those things did not happen. It did not happen. So he spent 20 years in jail, give or take, I believe, for his activities. And these were activities that happens in different states that he was getting in trouble for, but it all involved women and sexual deviancy, right? So then we're gonna bring it back to the ring. I was doing some brainstorming and I was thinking to myself, who today would I would no, scratch that. I would have loved to seen Ray Mercer at his best fight Ike Ibeabuchi. What's up, Remy? Respect. I see y'all in the chat, and I respect that. Thank you, give for for sharing the most precious thing you have with me, which is your time. I definitely appreciate it. But let me throw this question out there: Ike Ibeabuchi versus Ray Mercer, prime for prime, and this is the Ray Mercer who just destroyed Tommy Morrison, and this is the Ike Ibeabuchi who just beat David Tua, and both of them are in the ring together. Is anybody going down, and who wins that fight? Talk to me, chat. Like I said, the link is in the chat. Just scroll up. You'll see it. It's in there. It is in there. So I'll put it in there again if y'all want it. Right? So if you want to pop up, please do. We'll talk some real boxing. We don't have to do the status quo chatting. We'll talk some real boxing. So there goes the link. I got a new person. I don't know if you can hear the traffic because I'm sitting outside. I hope not. That's why I'm wearing these headphones. But Mr. Pendant, respect, respect. First time I've seen you, so respect. Who wins, Riddick Bowe versus Ike Ibeabuchi? Honestly, I'm still on the Ray Mercer right now, but that is a damn good fight. I think with his jab and his length, though, Riddick Bowe would have kept him on the outside, brother, and he would have beat him. But jump on the panel, y'all. If y'all have any questions, don't be afraid. Like Aaron Hall says, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't have me start singing. No, brother can't sing. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid now. Especially since that is a song about taking virginity. No grown man should be singing a song about taking virginity to a bunch of other men. Anyway, so don't be afraid, man. I know I sound like I'm a fire breathing dragon up in this joint. So, but I ain't gonna burn you too bad. What's good, everyone? John Blaze, John Blaze. Everything is good, brother. Everything is good, man. So let's jump up here and get this discussion going, man. There's so much that we can talk about with this brother Ike Ibeabuchi, the king, the heavyweight king that never was. All right. So hopefully all is blessed with one and all. Right. So but back to the discussion I wanted to have about Ike versus Ray Mercer. What do y'all think about that one? What do y'all think about that one? Ike versus Ray Mercer. And this would be at Madison Square Garden. You know, neither man has ever been knocked out. They both built like tanks. They both could punch. Somebody tell me something. Who wins that fight? Who wins that fight? Break it down so it can forever be broken. Gotta drink that water. That's how the skin stays so pretty. So pretty. So yeah. And then after we do the Ray Mercer, I would love to have seen that brother go up against, like the brother said, Riddick Bowe. But let's dissect this Ray Mercer thing first because they're so similar. And just throw some names out there while you're in the chat. Who would you have liked to see Ike fight? Who else would you like to see Ike fight? Ike wins against Ray Mercer on points. You think he could outbox and outmaneuver Ray Mercer? If that's the case, then I agree with you. But you think he could stand punch for punch with Mercer like he did with David Tua? Or do you think Mercer could stand punch for punch with him like he did with Tommy Morrison? Excuse me, brother. Excuse me. I'm not sleepy. I'm just yawning. It's nice out here, so I decided to sit up in the backyard, as you can see. I'm chilling out here. The only reason I'm wearing this hoodie because I don't know if you can see the clouds, but there's an overcast. So it's not supposed to rain, but don't trust no weather, man. Only trust this man. Show you right. Show you right. Yeah. But yes, sir. What made you? He bounced already? I was hoping he would jump up here. All right. Nobody dropping. A prime Mercer. You're damn right about that. Nobody ever did drop a prime Mercer. The first man to put Mercer down. Who could tell me who was the first man to put Ray Mercer down? Who? I'm expecting some company from the UK. I don't know if he's going to pop up or not, but you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he'll pop up and he'll co-host with me, right? Who was the first man to put Ray Mercer down? No, it wasn't Vlad or whatever. No, no, it wasn't. He put him. He might have been the second man, but he wasn't the first. Try again. Try again. Come on, people, all these boxing heads in here. Question the question at hand is how do you love thee? Yeah, that's Big Daddy Kane, y'all. But anyway, who was the first man to put down Ray Mercer? Ike versus Lloyd Holmes has been interesting. That's true. Somebody answer the question for me. Larry Holmes was the first man to beat him, but not put him down. I said put him down. Who was the first man to make him take a step back and put him down? Allow me to help you out. It was another country boy. It was another country boy. And he caught him with a hook to the temple. Ray Mercer did the stinking leg and then went down. Another tough country boy. A Hall of Famer who have wins or draw over every top heavyweight of his era. He was that bad. Mm-hmm. There you go. Real deal. Real deal. He took it to Mercer. I want to say they fought in Georgia. Because, both of them were from Georgia originally. No, no, no. They from Alabama originally, I believe. And he put Mercer down. You go watch that on YouTube. Now that's another man I would have loved to see fight Ike Ibeabuchi prime for prime. I think Holyfield got enough skill to outlast him. But woo, Holyfield like to test people's power. He tested Foreman's power, tested Tyson's power. He would have tested Ike's power. Now that would have been one hell of a fight. Because Ike is just natural kinetic motions. He just doesn't stop. He go 12 rounds, pound back and forth with David Tua. You're a madman. You're a madman. And then I think if he ever fought Tyson Fury, he would have broke Tyson Fury down. Because if 6'2" Steve Cunningham could drop Tyson Fury, Ike is gonna drop him, and Tyson ain't bringing nothing to drop Ike. Ike versus Galata. Galata is a quitter, so he would have knocked the life out of Galata. Tyson knocked the life out of Galata. Ike would have done it too. George Foreman and him, that's beautiful. That would have been Ron Lyle all over again. That would have been a beautiful damn fight. That would have been beautiful. Oh my God. That would have been a beautiful. Wow. That would have been beautiful, man. We're talking about Foreman before the Ali fight, though, not after. Before the Ali fight. You know, that Foreman. Or, yeah, nah, ain't no or. That Foreman. Foreman who put Joe Frazier down 6 times. And people don't realize Joe Frazier is 100% man because he never stayed down. He got up each and every time. You talk about the Foreman who knocked out Norton with a wicked uppercut, man. That Foreman. The Foreman that made Ali piss blood for days. That Foreman. Yeah. Yeah. The Foreman who went to war with Ron Lyle. Yes, sir. I don't think that'll be interesting, man. Muhammad and Ike, because I think he would hold them and spin them and do all that stuff to him and throw punches. I don't know if that'll be too much interesting. Mercer was set to face Bo, but he lost to Jesse Ferguson and was eliminated elimination bout beforehand. Bo ended up fighting Ferguson as a result, and that fight did not last long, not whatsoever. But yeah, folks, and there's another reason why I came here today to discuss Ike Ibeabuchi because At this point, to quote my Trinidadian friends, Tyson Fury is a gun. He is a gun. This fight could have been made already, and both fighters could have been training for a fight in where we at right now, March. So April, May, June. Let's say they fought in July. We could have been waiting around for them to fight in July or June right now. Instead, we again, this is the second time he had the opportunity to become undisputed heavyweight champion, and he's not making any moves. So he's a, Tyson Fury's a cunt, and then that's the way I'm taking it. He was a cunt. That's not true, Conchanery. He fought Jimmy Young, who was always dangerous because he could box. He fought Ron Lyle, who was ridiculously dangerous, as we saw. That's not true. Foreman fought dangerous guys after he lost to Ali. That is absolutely not true. So, if we could actually get a real heavyweight like Ike, who is not a cunt, then the heavyweight would be better. Did you read my message? What message? What about Ray Mercer versus Dave Tua? I saw that message. What message are you talking about? I don't have any other message. But people, telling me something good, man. Give me some Ike quotables that you know, because I know you all saw the fight with Tua. What did you think about that? Because notice those were two young heavyweight prospects at the time, and no marination, none. You see what I'm saying? They threw David Tua in with Ike Ibeabuchi. There was no marinating or nothing. Will we ever see that today? No, I said in their prime, baby. I heard. I see your message, Con Shamri, but I said in their prime though. I want both of them to be in their prime when they fight. So around the age of 26, 27, right? But you also gotta give thanks to the Ike's people, Chris Bird's people, David Tua's people, because they put these young, undefeated heavyweight prospects in to fight tough early. And it wasn't just an air of danger, it was the danger that either one could lose. Ray Mercer versus David Tua, who would win? Ah, I give it to Ray Mercer because he uses both hands. And at the time, Tua was a left hook guy that put the right hand out there, but he didn't put it out with a lot of meaning. He just put it out there, right? So come on, Boston fans, tell me something good, man. What is going on with the heavyweight division that we have this big ass dude, 6'8", 6'9", and Tyson Fury, but he doesn't want to unify. He doesn't want to become undisputed. This is his second opportunity to become undisputed, the second time. Most fighters only dream of getting one. He's gotten two. So why is he not fighting, y'all? See? I'm curious about that. Why isn't he fighting? Which is what brings us back to Ike Ibeabuchi. Because if Ike was in Fury's position right now, we would have a undisputed heavyweight champion, no doubt. No doubt in my mind whatsoever. Apparently, Fury versus Usyk will be announced soon, yeah, huh? And I'll be losing 10 pounds soon, too. That don't mean nothing. The projected date is April 29th. So it takes you a whole, wait a minute, it takes you a whole month to announce a fight? If that fight was going to happen in April, it would be a whole lot more press, and that means that they signed already because April is next month. It's not going to happen, people. That's smoke and mirrors. Let me put it another way. Take the word bull and put it next to the word shite, and that's exactly what it is. It's bullshite. Okay, it's not going to happen. If it happens, I'll stop talking with my rather large hands. Okay, so there you have it. April 29th. They're lying to us. Burt Cooper always gives fans their money's worth. That would have been a good fight, but he would have knocked out Burt Cooper. Bruce Gas, boxing jazz, salute, brother. Yeah, we're having a discussion about Ike Ibeabuchi. Jump up here, Bruce. The link is in the chat. What do you think about Ike Ibeabuchi, Bruce? Let me just throw it out there to the world. What would he do today if he was here in today's era of heavyweight boxing? Ooh, ooh, ooh. List the fighters that he would fight today, the top 10 guys he would fight and beat today, because he would eventually become heavyweight champion. So definitely go ahead and let's shoot those out to me in the chat or jump up here. Ibeabuchi's still talking about getting the championship and looks in better shape than Fury ever looked. Ike is bipolar, brother, so he's gonna say a lot of things, you know. He's gonna say a lot. Yes, sir. Gonna say a lot of things. So I'll give you one. Ike versus Dillian White. I think that would be a good fight, but eventually he would beat Dillian simply because of his balance and footwork. It would be kind of for the first couple of rounds like Dillian and Chisora. And you know, there goes one. Ike against David Chisora. This is the Chisora that was just prime and ready Chisora. You know, this the Chisora that fought White the second time, not the first, but the second. Yeah, sir. That would be a damn good fight. I would have given AJ a good brawl with his punch out putting his chin. I'd give him. He'd knock AJ out. I believe. I believe he would TKO AJ. I really believe that because he never stopped coming. I've never seen AJ hold and spin anybody either. Because that's actually how AJ would have to be. You'd have to use that size to turn him, hit him, turn him, hit him, and do things he's not comfortable with. You know, not just trade punches with him. So you know, so yeah, man, I would have loved to see that. I would destroy White and Chisora, or come up here and prove it to me, Bruce. Come up here and tell it to my face. I ain't listening to you. Come up here and tell it to my face. Face. There you go. I dare any man bold enough to step up in here and talk to me face to face. Face. How can I prove it? I'm messing with you, man. That's what you said. Jump on the panel and prove it to me. Y'all have to realize when I'm being sarcastic. You know, you have to realize that. That's why the ladies call me Mr. El Charmin, El Charmer, aka El Charmer. The voice is the look. The shirt says it all. Champion. Champion. Okay. What about I got one for you. Ike and this guy here, David, David. What the hell is his name? I'm like drawing a blank. Help me out. David what? He's from the UK. And he moved up from cruiserweight to heavyweight. Somebody hold the key. David Hay. David Hay, exactly. I don't know why I had a brain fart with David Hay. I don't know. Wow. But something tells me that unless David could keep that speed up all night long, he's going to knock David out. Now, how about the Klitschko brothers? Ike Ibeabuchi versus the Klitschko brothers. You know, because you know they had that buddy system. If you knock out one of them, you know the other one's coming for you. So who does he take on first, Doctor Iron Fist, or does he take on the one that fought Anthony Joshua? Oh yeah, he definitely KOs Hay. Definitely, definitely. Uh huh. He would have KO'd Hay. Yeah, he would have. If Hay couldn't keep that speed up all night long, he would have KO'd him. And Just the press conference alone with Ike Ibeabuchi and David Tua back then. Imagine how explosive that would have been, because that's when David, with Derek, Derek, Derek Chisora was at his raw best, throwing chairs, throwing bottles, going into people's, private property or private space, I should say. Like you like to doing spitting in your face and all that stuff. Woo, woo. That that could have been explosive before the fight even began. You think it was spitting in his face like he did the Clisco? My lord, oh my lord, that could have been something special right there. These are the type of dudes you need in boxing, not just the heavyweight division, but in boxing period. Because when he fights, he who wins? Okay, Larry Holmes or Dr. Iron Fist Friday was the brother with the iron chin. That's a good thought. That's a good freaking thought, man. Iron chin versus iron punch. That is a good freaking thought. But I don't know, man, because Iron Fist knew how to use his reach. Unlike his brother, who had a tendency sometimes to want to fight on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So that could have been a good fight with Iron Fist and King Ibuchi. But okay, and I remember I think I watched a training video of Ike. And dude was a monster even when he was training. I want to say he ran uphill. Goats run uphill. Humans don't, you know? But that dude was running uphill. Hmm. And if Larry Holmes fought Ike prime for prime, he outboxes him. He uses that jab to just blind him, and he lands the right hand day in, day out on you. You know? Ike Bushi, okay. You know who else? This is y'all gonna tell me I'm crazy. What about Ike fighting heavyweight James Tony? Think about that one. You know, James Tony never been knocked out, ever been knocked out, right? So think about him fighting heavyweight James Tony. Think about that, y'all. Let that marinate, as they say, marinate. You know, imagine that. Oh, damn good fight. James Tony, with all his skill, he would have needed every bit of it to keep Ike off him. You know, I would love to see that. Again, when Ike and James did the press conference, even though Ike wasn't known for talking a lot, James would have pushed his button. Definitely would have pushed his button. So I would definitely want to see that one. And Rockman too. He simply, Rockman's tough and he's built similar to Ike. He's just taller. He's taller by an inch or so. Yeah, he has one hell of a boxing IQ, Conchar. He does. If you ever get a chance to talk to him, his mind is as sharp as the tip of a diamond. He can tell you time, places, and dates. You just have to shoot the fights out too. Ask him about any fight. Fight he had with Reggie Johnson, Michael Nunn. He'll tell you Vander Holyfield, the time and date you're supposed to go fight, things like that. He'll definitely tell you about it word for word, number for number. You know? Yes, sir. But geez, I'm still trying to picture him here today in the present. A young, powerful, could move. My lord, what would the heavyweight division look like if Ike was around today? What would it look like? Hmm. It would be a whole lot more interesting. I tell you that much. A whole lot more interesting than what we have already today. As it stands right now, we have Dog Duty. We have Nutty. Type here. He was a middleweight, wasn't he? Come on now. Come on. Knock it off. He was a middleweight. There's no precedent because he never lost. Hmm. I see y'all two having a conversation. Who can defeat Ike Ibeabuchi? I see nobody even had him hurt except David Tua. I don't know if David Tua hurt him, Bruce, but they were giving each other the goods, as they say. I tell you what, that's your homework assignment tonight, y'all. Go watch Ike Ibeabuchi take on David Tua, man. He was dropped twice. Who dropped him twice, Joe? Who dropped Ike twice? Name was it the same fighter or was it two different fighters who dropped it? Go ahead and name him because I don't recall him ever being dropped. We talking about David Tua. We talking about Ike Ibeabuchi. Tiberi was a guy I thought Tony. Okay, yeah, y'all on that Tiberi Tony. No, 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 we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're sticking with the subject matter at hand, like Ibuchi. Okay, we're not talking about Tony and Tiberi. That's a show that I could work on for you, but not today. You know, that's a show for a different day, my friends. Very different day, just not today. Never, 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 never. Feel like dropping some jazz on you since Bruce is here, but I'm not that prolific with the YouTube yet. You know how to work it like that. You know, Bruce got it down to a science. He got it jazz, got that thing, and he's just mellow on this show. It's good, man. This is what keeps me mellow right here. Some good water. hmm Joe, who dropped him? Joe, who dropped who? Conchana. Yeah, I expect to see more people up here, man. Get all excited about talking about a real heavyweight division. Picture this, right? Picture this heavyweight division. Ike Ibeabuchi, David Tua, Chris Burge. Then you got the Lennox Lewis's of the world, the Ray Mercers at that time. Holyfield is still around. Tyson is still around. Then you could throw in the Gump, Tyson Fury, just for good measure. Uh, oh Lord, what's the boy name? What am I forgetting people for? Right, the top heavyweight, Anthony Joshua. Right, put him in there. Put Dillian White in there. And somewhere there's this way at the very bottom. There's a dude named Deontay Wilder who has one hand. He could punch with. What do you think Ike would have done to Deontay Wilder, y'all? Since we're on the subject, what would he have done to Wilder? This is the Wilder who's knocking out Ortiz and remains to burn. Everybody was knocking them out before Tyson Fury took his heart, and soul and ate it. What do you think would happen if Ike fought that Wilder? The confidence, built the doodle was ridiculous with confidence. That would have been a good damn fight. Yes, sir. That would have been a good fight. You know, I'm getting tired of talking to myself, to be honest with you. So it depends on whether Wilder could hurt Ibeabuchi. He has one hand, one shot. That's what that right. And if he doesn't land it, or if he doesn't, he probably can hurt him because he's hurt everybody that he's hit. The problem is, tougher the competition, they don't stay down. He couldn't finish off Tyson Fury with it. You know, Wilder put everyone he's fought on the deck. Not true. He did not put down the Frenchman. I keep telling people that. That Frenchman, he beat that Frenchman up. I can't remember the Frenchman's name, but he did not put him down. Fury is the exception. Yeah, so is the Frenchman. The reason why Fury is the exception because he's the toughest opposition he's ever fought. The toughest one. When you move up in competition, it's a little bit different, you know? You get to hold on with it. He says no blowout. You sure? I'm sorry, that was a conversation for a different day. I'm having these flashbacks to another conversation. But yeah, Wilder put everybody he's fought on the deck. New. No, he did not. No, he did not. I keep telling people that. Go back and watch his first defense of the title when he fought the French guy. He did not put him on the deck. Ibeabuchi would more. Ibeabuchi would moral destroy Wilder. What does that mean? Mortally is what you want to say. Mortally destroy Wilder. I can call him. So, but gentlemen, I'm at the 40-minute mark. I'm gonna keep running my mouth for a little bit. But if I don't get any participation, man, I'm gonna cut it short in about 5, 6 minutes. You know, I just really wanted to talk about Ike today, man, because we don't have a damn heavyweight division, right? But check this out. How many of y'all know anything about gardening? You see this right here? Let me show it to you. This is whoops. Hold on, y'all. This is the camp. This is me. But this is the backyard I'm working with. See all this? See all the space I have here? I want to plant some stuff, get a bunch of flower pots. I'm gonna put a barbecue like right here, right there, and then I got enough room all around me here to plant stuff. Y'all know anything about planting fruit and all that stuff? Yes, I have some rugs in the backyard. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. But yeah, see all this room I got? Who in there has a green thumb and can tell me what fruits and vegetables? I know about the bell peppers, the strawberries, but what's another good fruit for me to grow in a flower pot out here? Because look, I can hang it up. See those that wood? I'm hanging the flower pots up right there. I have my grill right there. Be out here grilling on Sundays, watching the game. So talk to me, man. Name some good fruits I can grow in my backyard. Samuel Peters. Oh, that was another one. I forgot about Samuel. I forgot about him, but he can be hurt. I've seen Samuel hurt on quite a few occasions. Samuel could be hurt. Hmm. Definitely. Samuel could be hurt, though. I've seen it happen. That would have been a good fight. I can show you how to grow some killer herbs. Just go ahead and write it. Tell me. Troy, the guy Wilder fought right after Severna was Eric Milan. Okay, well, not him. It was a French guy. It was a French guy that he fought and he put it down. He didn't put it down. I wish I could find it. Hold on. Get some small chilies and plant the seeds. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go look at the French guy. So y'all hold on for me, all right? Excuse me. Yeah, somehow I kick myself out my own life, but that happens from time to time with me. But anyway, so it was John Dupas or something like that. That was a French guy that Wilder didn't put down. He TKO'd him, but he didn't put him down. Ike versus Frank. He knocks out Frank Sanchez. Any current heavyweight you could name today, he knocks him out. Anybody, he's gonna knock him out. I I knocked myself out my own life by mistake, y'all. But the Frenchman I was talking about that Wilder didn't put down was John Dupas, I think was his name. Y'all keep shooting those ideas at me about what I could plant in flower pots in this backyard. I want to plant at least six different things back here. I got enough room for a grill, and I don't want to overload it. So about six different things. I know I'm gonna do strawberries. I know I'm gonna do bell peppers. But what else could I do in a flower pot? I want some fruit. And definitely beets. Beets. I definitely want to plant some beets because I drink beets. You know, you're right. Detox didn't go down. Yes, indeed. Bruce, I am right because I am the greatest boxing podcaster ever. Thank you. Look at my eyes. I'm not playing. I'm the greatest boxing podcaster ever. There's none like me. Oliver McCall, come on now. Come on. Both their mental issues, that fight, that would have been something special, I guess. Depends on which one of them showed up for the fight. Is it Ike that show up for the president, or is it going to be crying, cracked out Oliver McCall, or the one that put Lennox Lewis down? If it's the one that put Lennox Lewis down, then Ike is in for a fight. If it's the one that dropped Mike Tyson, Ike is in for a fight. And that's no shite. Somebody hold the key. I think I forgot a couple. You did? A couple of fruits or a couple of flights? Which one are you talking about, brother? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. But look, we headed to the to the 50 minute mark, so I'm probably gonna cut it off at 50 minutes, right? Because now if y'all would come on the panel, I'm gonna have it go a little longer because then we can have some discussion. But if nobody wants to discuss with me, I'm not the guy that's gonna keep talking beyond the chat and I don't jump up on the panel. I already put the link in there 3 times. I'm not gonna do it again. So, but definitely thank y'all for coming by, man. I'm not telling you the show's over, and neither am I telling you to leave. I'm just thanking y'all for your time because I understand the preciousness of time, my dear brothers. And if there's any sisters in here, I understand how precious time is indeed, right? So thank y'all, man. Maybe I'll do a show on growing vegetables in your backyard next, because after all, this is the Troy Graham experience. I can do whatever I want, and we can talk growing herbs, Bruce, than anybody else, and boxing at the same time if you like. Or basically, we could just do a show and talk about just life as men in this world, man. Strawberries, blueberries, Kush lemon cake. What? What are you talking about, Bruce? Okay, okay. I'm not growing that type of herb, baby. I ain't growing that type of herb, baby. Twinkle toes. Don't know who that is, but bless up on big up upstairs. Send Ike a message on YouTube. He replied fast. The comments get on him. Okay, I will. I'll work on that, brother. I don't know why I never thought to get him on the show. All the talk I do about him, I never thought that. I never thought that. But thank you. That's some homework for me now to get Ike Ibeabuchi and to have him the next time I come on, or one of the next times I come on. I make no promises. I'm just letting you know I'm going to put my best foot forward. Effort, and will and determination gets me what I want. So I'm going to reach out to Ike Ibeabuchi, and then we can have this discussion all over again with the man himself. Himself. No? How about that? How y'all feel about that? That would be something. You're talking about the man while the man is here. Then y'all could ask him why he never fought Michael Grant and Jeremy Nobody Williams. Look at all that shade. Look at all that shade. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, it's coming to now to the witching hour, to the 50-minute mark. Might as well stay an hour. Why am I cutting it off at 50 minutes for? You know? Tim, stop it.
Tim Witherspoon, you just want to laugh right now, right? Yeah. Just made just make sure you call him Mr. President. I'll make sure to call him something. What's he gonna do to me over the phone, Playboy? I'll just make sure that I don't meet him face to face. Might be in some trouble. Ike, it's Mr. President. Ike, I said I am Mr. President. It's some things in life more important than money, more important than things. And it's Mr. President for you. You stinking American. Well, I'm actually Jamaican and my tribe is Yoruba. Yes, yeah, what? Yoruba? Yes. Think I'll walk with you then. Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna call it a night on this one. Or I could just hang out for the next nine. Not hang out for the next 9 minutes. Make it a whole full hour. Why waste 9 minutes, right? But I damn sure want to say that who told me to call Ike? Who was that who told me to call Ike? I'm sorry, I'm reading your comments so fast. Is that Joe? Joe. He said he sent a message. Joe, thank Joe for that, right? And is this Joe from my talk, or is this a different Joe? Well, you can thank Joe for giving me that suggestion. I don't know why I didn't think of that myself, because that should have been the first thing I thought of, but I did not. So this is what we're gonna do, boys and girls. I make no promises, but I will tell you this: I will work on getting Joe knows his boxing. Joe don't know this, and Joe don't know that, and Joe does this. Yeah, but I will definitely work on getting Ike Ibeabuchi because I want him to come on to the show, and then we can discuss what could have been, what was, and just all those beautiful things in between. You know, because I think we missed out on a lot of things, man. When that brother's bipolar issues, when his mental issues kicked in, and sorry to hear that about him and all the trouble that he caused. But as fans, we lost out on what could have been a great time in the heavyweight division. I mean, yeah, seriously, a great time. I think I'm gonna come back later, man, and talk gardening. I'm gonna get some rest because as y'all can see, I got a tendency to pause, and that's me dozing off. So I might come back a little later on tonight. We talk about gardening in the backyard, and y'all give me a tip. So get your green thumbs ready. I say ready. We'll do some pugilistic, or we just. I'm trying to think of a word now. What's another word for gardening? Pugilistic private gardening. How about that? You know what I'm saying something to that extent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, I want to thank you for your time, your energy. Because let me tell you something, Troy Boxing and Garden. Yes, sir. You could have been anywhere today if you chose to spend your time with me. All right? Yeah, Bruce, you go live, brother. Go live. And I'm always going to appreciate that because I'm a man that respects time. I don't take it for granted. Time is something we can't pay back. And none of us have a bunch of time. None of us have a bunch of it on the real, right? So thank you. Bless up and big up yourself and be productive, be positive, and God bless each and every one of you. This is the Troy Graham Experience, hosted by the greatest pod. Oh, slide and counter. What's up, brother? You caught it, came in at the tail end. This is the Troy Graham Experience, hosted by yours truly, Troy Graham, the greatest living podcaster ever, ever. You see that? The greatest living podcaster ever, ever. Let the world know. Share it. Tell your friends about it. Discuss it. And then come back the next time I go live. One love. Put it together like this so we can be united as one. This is separation. This is unity. Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself. Make no mistake, I enjoy doing this my way. That's why you don't see me going to a lot of panels anymore because I can't do it my way. Why do I need to go to a bunch of panels when I have my own? Why? 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 So from now on, you're going to see me more on a regular basis. All right? More or less, pretty much it'll be after 6. So during the week, it'll be after 6. And come by, man. Let's talk about it. I'm going to be discussing any and everything. But I got to go pee. Y'all be blessed.